Hello, Horizon here, back with another video, and I know it's been a little while, and I didn't want to leave you guys in the dark or anything, so I'll give you a little bit of an update of what's been going on. First things first, my 2003 blue vest is being shipped back to me, and I will be making an unboxing on that later this week as soon as it arrives at my house. I'm also selling a fully working black hat on eBay for 120, and I will be getting a green hat Frosty probably with that money, or a blue coat snow woman. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing yet, but I will let you guys know when the time comes. Anyways, I'm sorry for not making that much content lately. I just didn't really know what to do, but I'm not gone. I'm still here, and I will be here. And I felt like I should upload something, so I thought I would do something like this. A Snowflake spinner tier list. Now, I've wanted to do this for a few days now after I've been seeing some other people in the Jammy community do it, and I was like, hey, why not give my own go at it? Why not give my own take? Because I disagree with a lot of people's placements of these, so I'm just going to do my own, and that's what this video is going to be about. So, first of all, the peppermint twist. So that is definitely an S tier for me, and my reason for that is not only like the design of the item, but I just like the song. It's one of the only different songs that the Snowflake spinners use besides the traditional Frosty the Snowman or Snow Miser, most common, and for the Snow Woman, the Santa Baby song. The Peppermint Twist and Peppermint Snow Woman stand out among all of those others and have a different song and slightly different design. Which brings me to the Peppermint Snow Woman, who I feel probably about the same about. Mr. Snow Business, for me, he's gonna go an A tier. You might be wondering why I didn't put him in S tier, because I know a lot of people do that, but personally, I do think it's quite cool, and I do like Mr. Snow Business a lot. He's one of my favorite spinners, but it does sing Snow Miser, which is like, most of them sing that, so it doesn't make it very unique. Other than the design of the item, obviously, that is what makes it unique. Which is why I gave it an A tier and not an S tier. S tier being the best possible one, so I'm going with kind of strict standards here. But A tier does still mean extremely good. I will rarely put a spinner in S tier. I'm gonna have to go with B. I feel like the only reason that people like it is because of how rare it is, not because of what the spinner actually is. And I could be wrong on that, but I don't know. You can tell me what you think of that take in the comment section if you wish. It's not that good. I don't like the design. It's kind of random, and it doesn't feel like it fits in with the other Snowflake spinners at all. Green Peppermint. Alright, controversial. I'm going to put it in A, though, instead of S. Why? Okay, again, I'm going to say, I said it about the last spinner, and I'll say it again. I think the only reason it's a point of interest for people so much is because of the rarity factor, not because of the design of the item or anything else. Personally, I do love some very specific things about the design, the main thing being the fact that the snowflakes are blue, but they have the white snowflakes around them, not the see-through ones, which is really cool. I'm so glad they did that with at least one Snow Miser. That wasn't a red vest or something like that. Besides the fact that it's an open vest with peppermint buttons instead of a closed vest, and the fact that the snowflakes are blue instead of red inside of this, it's not that interesting. And I do love the design, but it also sings Snow Miser, so it doesn't stand out nearly as much as the Peppermint Twist does, in my humble opinion. The French Red Vest. I don't understand this at all. I'm gonna put them in B tier, and I don't think it's bad, but it's just such a weird item. All of the sparkly red vests are weird. I don't know why they even exist in the first place. It's not that I have a problem with it, but it's like, why is the base blue and the vest is red? It just doesn't have that much thought in it at all. The French red vest isn't bad, it's just, why? So I guess it would only be fair to put the blue vest French in there as well. Actually, no, I'll put the blue vest French in A and the red vest in A, because they are different. They don't have different designs that much. The red one, like, I guess the vest color, but it's really not a huge deal or anything like that. But they have two songs, and I know that's kind of like a stupid little thing to move them up for, maybe you might think, but like I've been using the factor of differences between design and song throughout the rest of the list so far, to keep it consistent, I'll be doing the same thing with these, which is why I have moved them from B tier to A tier, because that is one defining factor that makes them stand out among the rest. Mr. Snowflake is B tier. I own a Mr. Snowflake, as you guys probably know if you've been watching my channel for a while now, or even just recently. It's not that special, it just has a different kind of vest, but the variation is kind of nice. I do like this design better than the traditional blue vest, but it's nothing super special or super rare. You can get your hands on one of these quite easily. The Holly Jolly 2019 spinner, that's gonna go an F for me. I don't like any of the new spinners. Production of Snowflake spinners was long gone up until a recent point, and the ones that they have created barely even resemble what they originally were. And because of how unfaithful the 2019 remakes of the item were to the concept, I'm gonna have to put all of them in the lower tier because I just don't like them. Wow, that certainly got a lot out of the way. By the way, there's a few spinners that aren't on this tier list, and I can't name all of them off the top of my head at all, but I do know the English Red Vest is not on here, and I would like to say that I would probably put that in B tier. And for the other, what other spinner was in here? The knockoffs. And I guess that doesn't really count for everyone. I personally would like half count it. If it was on here though, I would probably actually put that in A tier, just because of how weird and funky it is. It's just so crazy that that exists. It's hilarious, actually. Moving on to the Snow Woman, I'm gonna put that in B tier. I'm also gonna put the blue coat in B tier, and I'm gonna put this one in B tier, the Sexy Miss Snow Woman. So why the hell is that? Well, actually, let's do C. Let's do C. Because I would like to put, the red vest green trim, and actually that one's going in A. And then this one will also go in B tier. Okay, now on to my reasoning. So basically, I think the Snow Woman are cool, as much as the other spinners, but one thing I never really understood and still don't get is why they chose not to have a hat arm on them. Like, why couldn't they just put a mechanism there? Make it do something. The blue-coated Snow Woman is even holding a purse. They could have done something with that, but they just decided not to. And the hat arm is like one of the coolest things on the Snowflake spinners, in my opinion, so it just completely ruins that by them just not having it at all. Which is why I really applaud Jemmy for doing that with the Peppermint Snow Woman, which is something I never thought I would see. Moving on to the Weird Rare Penguin, I hold the same opinion for him as I do for this guy, so I won't touch on that again. Zoot Suit Skeleton, I have the same opinion as I do for the Snow Woman. I'm going to put him in C tier. Lasso Santa Claus, that's going to go in C as well, for the same reason that the Snow Woman are in C. I'm going to put him a little higher up, though, because, yeah. The 2 song. Alright, that is going in high A, right between the Green Peppermint and the Mr. Snow Business. And I know that's kind of fucking weird because, well, how does that make any sense? Snow Business is just for the design, and also, wait, that's better, okay. Snow Business is just for the design, and the 2 song, I just like the fact that it has 2 songs, and I like that so much that it does outdo all of these. Especially since it's a rare recording of Snow Miser that it doesn't use on, or that Jemmy doesn't use on any of the other spinners. By the way, I forgot to touch on this. I like these because of their design, so they're going there. But also, not only that, the reason I put the blue one in A, so it's 2 reasons, and one of them is kind of personally biased. Actually, they both are. So the first reason is just, it's a childhood item, first of all. That was my second ever spinner. I got it in like 2014, almost fully working, but the square shaft was split. And I kind of tore it to the base. It was one of the few models that didn't like shatter and break because of the yellowing, and I like took very good care of it for several years until I didn't. And I will soon be sending it out to Lane this summer. I'll be sending it out to him, and he'll be restoring it for me. And by the way, thank you so much for restoring my 2003. I'm so excited to have it back soon. If you guys haven't already subscribed to Lane the Christmas Collector, go do that. He's amazing. Anyways, second reason is just the pitch of these is is always like ridiculously high. Like, it's always something like this. This is literally mine. It's on low batteries in this video because it's the only one I have, but yeah. Next, the legged Snow Miser, that's going B. It's just not that much a variant from the blue vest, and it doesn't stand out to me particularly at all, considering it's also just a 1 song. So now we will do the original blue vest. Although I could say it's nostalgic because of childhood item, that is a specific, not a broad thing, like it is for this because of the pitch being a common thing. I had a particularly low pitched one, and the face was like weird and stuff. The only reason it stood out to me is because it was my first one, obviously. Um, but I did, with as little personal bias as possible, I would definitely put it in B tier because there's just like for this, it's like a common thing because there's only one generation of this Snow Miser, but this one has so many different generations that it's like you can't even pick a category. If this was the 2006, I would put it in A. But since we're just like going with average here because this doesn't specify generation, so I'll be putting him in B tier. Spinning Snowflake Frosty, one of the other few that sing a different song. However, he is also quite common, which is one thing I find weird about Jemmy and how they made the Frosties is for the Snow Misers, there's several different ones, different variants of it. And for the Frosty, although they produced it as much as the common blue vest, and it was the most it's actually more common than the blue vest, they didn't make any variants except for the black hat, which, by the way, is not on this list for some reason. But it's just so weird how I think it's just so questionable how they didn't actually make any other Frosties and they just stuck with the traditional green hat and the one black hat generation. Anyways, now for the mini. I don't really like the minis that much. I don't really have a particular reason. It's just the mininess of them just feels weird. The Grinch, C tier. I don't like the Grinch, bruh. Mr. Snowflake. Red Mr. Snowflake. Okay, this goes like high B tier. That's such a weird thing to do, but I just think the red one's much cooler in terms of design. It's completely opinion based. There's no like objective reason that I had to put him here. These just there. The blue peppermint, that's A tier because of the design, and yeah, I'll put him like between the two song and the green peppermint. Mini blue snow miser, that's gonna go in the same place as that. Winnie the Pooh is like D tier. Because of the same reason as this, except at least it's from the era, so it's kind of more accurate. Not quite, but it's a little. It's just that. It's not. I still don't like any of these spinners at all. And then the Santa, it's just random. It's C tier. It's not a snowflake spinner. It's just a spinner. It's a bell spinner. Anyways, that is all. That is my official snowflake spinner tier list. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope the comment section doesn't get too heated with my takes here, but yeah.